Make hay while the sun shines is a vital part of farming life, where feed and hay cut in the warmer seasons is stockpiled to keep livestock fed over winter. But after Cyclone Gabrielle devastated farms, those grassy pastures are now covered in mud.
We've still got to replant our grass that we've lost. Still have to try and get access to some paddocks for the stock because it's just too, like trees falling down and it's just devastated. The mud and the water, it'll just kill the grass because it's like 30 centimetres thick and then that's just going to dry out and seal it off and there's going to be no water getting to the roots, so the grass is just going to die.
Hectares of crops and bales of feedstock have been wiped out. There's nothing to eat.
Damage to pasture, infrastructure, and a lot of them are dealing with livestock loss as well. So in some ways there's a lot of coordination happening around feed. Feed farmers are linked in with MPI. We're connected with rural advisory groups, councils, civil defence and so on to make sure that feed is getting to the right areas at the right times.
Farmers do plan for the worst. They're the experts when it comes to a contingency plan. Across the country, they harvested about 1.2 million tonnes of additional feed last year. And now MPI and federated farmers have started their feed coordination service, matching farmers with supplementary feed to those who've had theirs wiped out.
It's donated by the farmers. There's some really great stories of hay coming from north or the Waikato region down here as well for feed for animals. The government announced on Monday a $50 million fund to support businesses in the primary sector on that clean-up.
But one fielding man has taken matters into his own hands, battling damaged roads and bridges on a mission to take hay into the bay, one trailer load at a time. Well, joining us now is local hero Murray Taylor. And Murray, what exactly have you done to help get feed to these farms?
So my partner and I, we got some hay together and put a post on social media for donations to do a run up there. And I've got a little small truck and I was able to borrow a trailer from a local company. And on the Saturday, we rallied round and loaded up the hay from various places. And then on the Sunday, we shot up to Hawke's Bay and delivered the hay. We're both from a farming community and we know how tough it can get.
What does that feed mean to farmers in the Hawke's Bay?
I guess it's another, from what's going on, there's probably a lot of stresses out there. So it's probably stress they can take off their shoulders that this livestock's not going to run short of feed.
You arrive unannounced with a trailer load of hay. How's that received by the farmers there?
That was, they were blown away.
Yeah, I bet.
We took the trailer load to the RDA and as I said, we're just one small piece of the puzzle. There's many companies that took hay and baleage and supplement feed up there. So we took the trailer load to the RDA and delivered that, and then we had the truckload, so we decided to hop on the road and drive as far as we could, really.
I know there's like heaps of washed out bridges, debris all over roads. It must have been pretty much like a logistical nightmare trying to get there.
Yeah, it was a little bit. We got all the way out to Rosenton, to the water catchment out there, and the bridges washed away. So what they were doing was we offloaded the hay there. It was getting ferried to the boat by side, and then hopping on the boat and going across the river. So, that's the only way, I guess, over there at the moment. So yeah.
Good on you, Murray. How many trips have you done? Are you done now? Are you planning any more?
We've done one trip. We're planning another one. Like I know quite a few other companies have been doing trips up there. So every little bit counts,
Thanks for what you've done, Murray, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, great story. And
awesome seeing people mucking in, like when I was visiting families in Napier and the surrounding areas, you just see people working, like shoveling silt, and I would ask the owner, like, oh, who are they? And they're like, I don't know, they just turned up with a spade or a digger and they just started helping. Yeah. And it's so lovely to see.
It is. We talk to farmers whenever we can on this show. I always talk to them on the radio as well, but whenever I'm talking to a farmer, I'm worried about getting found out about not knowing anything about farming. So if it's
Like there was like, yeah, drop them off the RDA, and we're all like, yeah, the RDA.
Yeah, obviously, we're always going there.
Yeah, well, it's a busy time of year. Obviously, we're tupping. I'm like, obviously, tupping. Yep.
Yeah.
Know what that is.
Tup, just tupping away.
But what you can do to help them, those farmers, they've made produce and they need you to buy it. So buy local. If you know, just have a little
buy
check.
Hawke's Bay.
Yeah.
Buy Hawke's Bay wine.
There you go.
I will do it.